How do you balance being realistic with maintaining a positive mindset? So, yes, balance is very important. Now, I pause here because I want to make sure that I don't overstep or go crazy in my statement in regards to it, because I have a really big issue about how, as a whole, we accept negativity as being the real and positivity as being the fantasy. And it's not like that. There's a delicate balance in regards to our daily lives of positive and negative. And it's a scale that we tip to, and a lot of people tip to that negative scale so much because they just can't accept good things happening to them because they've just been taught that things are just naturally negative. And it's not that case. Naturally, everything is neutral. We are our outcome and the actions and the way we handle or react, or our reactions, end up dictating whether that is actually a negative or positive thing. But things by default are neutral. So it's up to you to make that balance. So the first thing that I have to understand is that there is a balance of negative and positive, and it's up to me to adjust it. So how I handle things, or how I handle that balance, is just dictated on every situation and taking every situation as what it is, and then finding out what it is in that situation that I need to do. What is it that I can do to make said situation better or worse? Well, I say better or worse because it is an option. That's that you make that decision whether you choose to or not. Your brain has already started processing whether or not you want to make this a positive or a negative a situation. And the decision that you want to make, in most cases, we've already made it. And the weird thing is, when we start to actively make those decisions, when you start to actively just take control and utilize the mindfulness of being in the moment, and you start to realize that I I have the way to make this decision. I have a way to make a choice to say what this can be. Somebody cuts me off on the highway. I have a chance now to make a choice. And you look at two separate paths. You look at the path where you just say, they cut me off. Nobody's been hurt. Yeah, they're in front of me. I'm a little bit aggravated, but you know, this could have been worse. They could have cut me off and they could have hit me. They could have cut me off and they could have crashed, even though you probably are in petty mode right now and you're probably like, oh man, I wish they would crash or something like that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've had those thoughts myself in some situations, especially in a rude person situation. It's like my mind will go places that it shouldn't be going sometimes. It happens. But that didn't happen. And what ended up happening was you just now are behind this car. Where am I at on this one? When I get, because the thing is, it's funny. A lot of times you kind of get that self gratitude, or that little bit of gratitude when you pull up, when somebody cuts you off on the highway, and then you guys get off at the same spot, and you're like right next to them, or you're in front of them in some cases. You know what I'm saying? Like, they may be going straight, you're turning right, and you're ahead of them now. You're going to get to your destination faster. I think that we have taken so much stuff personal when it comes to things like that we're so accustomed to everything. It's a what did I used to hear all the time, that we are naturally selfish. We're selfish by default. That's the thing. Human beings are selfish by default. So that is why we focus so hard on things that are said and things that are done, and take things so literally and get hurt so easily, because we have soaked in this mindset that it is all about us and everything is not about you as a person. And we have to be able to accept that in order to not allow certain things. So we kind of went off on a tangent there, but the point of it is, how do I balance being realistic with maintaining a positive mindset? Realistically, everything is neutral. Negative is not the real. positive is not, negative alone is not realistic. Positive alone is not realistic. Together, they are there waiting for you to make a decision. And the decision that you make is going to be what's real. So I don't have a problem with balancing the realistic when maintaining a positive mindset, because for me, my reality is positive mindset. The negative is more of the fantasy in my mind, which is going to make it not as often. So I don't take things as personal or hit as heavy in most cases. Everyone's going to have a moment. You're going to have a moment. And you're going to have a time where even in a positive build where it's strong and everything is ready to go, somebody's going to flip your switch and you are going to want to lose your mind, and you're going to have to take and assess a situation and realize, hey, this is not the route to go. There is a better way. Make the positive choice. Make the better choice. Hey, I love you guys. Be worth it. Be loved. Be amazing. Have an awesome day. And thank you so much for checking me out.